Hi. So, after reviewing my survey and understanding my own dispositions, the first question is, what dispositions do you possess that make you a successful teacher? So, as a special education teacher, I possess empathy, patience, adaptability, and a deep sense of commitment to each of my students' growth. With working in a district where our students come from I work at a behavioral school, so my students come from a school where they no longer can succeed. So coming to my school, they need to know that somebody believes in them, and I'm that teacher. I'm going to believe in them. I'm going to let them know that they can do it. I approach every student with a strengths-based mindset, believing in their potential and advocating for their needs. I am resilient in the face of challenges, and I maintain a collaborative spirit when working with families, support staff, and other educators. Mainly, those people in my building, we all work together. It is not just me alone in my classroom. I work with my principal, I work with their gym teacher, I work with my co-teacher who's right next to me all the time. We collaborate on everything. If one of our students walk in the morning and they look like they're having a bad day and my principal is welcoming them into the classroom, she is quick to send out an email. She is quick to radio us to let us know that they just seem a little off. So with us collaborating again with each other, we are able to create a team that is going to better benefit our students. I also, with working in behavioral school, we never know what's going to happen. We could all of a sudden be sitting in our room and all of a sudden get put on a lockdown because a kid is going through a crisis that is dangerous for the rest of the building, that puts the rest of the building at safety. And during that time, my ability to remain calm helps my students remain calm. I do very well under pressure in those moments. I step in if I am no longer needed in my classroom because my co-teacher has it. I can quickly step into another classroom. I can take control. I can still remain calm in that instance to make sure that the safety of our kids are there. So question number 2 is, what dispositions do you need to work on to grow as an educator? This one was hard for me because looking back, trying to think of what I need to work on is not my biggest strong suit. So while I strive to be open-minded and reflective, I recognize that I continue to improve my cultural competence and ability to provide truly inclusive instruction for diverse learners. Going through all of my lesson plans helped me a lot, trying to understand where I need to grow in this. Excuse me. I also aim to be more proactive in data-driven instruction, using assessment data more strategically to tailor interventions. I have a ton of worksheets saved, but what I've noticed is going back and looking at the things for IEP is I struggle with doing correct assessments rather than just using the worksheets. And I need to get more involved in doing assessments so that it's not just worksheet data driven, and I have the assessments also to help prove that. And number 3, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? So to me, a professional educator demonstrates integrity, responsibility, and a commitment to lifelong learning. They advocate for their students, communicate effectively, and model respect in every interaction. They stay informed on current research, laws, and best practices, especially as they relate to IDEA and individualized education programs. Their thinking and actions are guided by standards such as the CEC, Council for Exceptional Children Professional Standards, Interstate Teacher Assessment and Support, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and Ethical Principles for Special Educators, which emphasizes dignity, fairness, and confidentiality. I am so glad that I did this assignment and I was able to further look into me, myself as an educator, and where I see my strengths, but I also can identify my weaknesses and where I need to grow. Thank you.